particular one?
I mean, the continuation about it and how I can best apply that in my stories is critical, especially, you know, for my audience, the kind of people that end up reading this need a lot of data to sort of put things into perspective. It's so easy to have hearsay in a story that's not based on facts, that's not based on numbers.
True.
But when you include that in your story, there's a whole perspective that comes up out of that, and that is very critical in a journalist storytelling.
We are falling in love with numbers once again.
Yeah.
We used to run away from them, but now here we are.
Yeah,
Anyway.
because they are more relatable now. You're able to interpret facts in a different way and relate that to your audience as well, and to your reader, which is key.
Amazing, man.
Yeah.
Let us now go for the session. Yeah.
Public service is all about government, and government runs on a budget. That budget is full of figures. You'll find that budgets from local government, from the 146 that we have, from 100, you'll find that budget from 146 districts that we have in Uganda. When you look at that budget sheet, it has 65,000 laws. That's a lot of information. And all that is numbers. Where is the district putting a certain kind of amount of money? And so when you get to know that as a journalist, you start asking why. Why is this amount of money is put on A, not B? So you start understanding priorities of the district in budgeting. So you can use that information as a journalist to ask whether there is good public service delivery in this country.
So there are two ways of linking. We have what we call inbound and outbound link. Inbound, you are linking within your site. Outbound, out. In other words, we should be doing more of inbound linking, so that you have people glued on what? On your site. You don't want people to move out of your site to go elsewhere to find content. But also has to do with what kind of content you're producing, and when I access your site, am I interested in getting more content from this particular site? That's the most important thing when you are doing inbound and outbound linking.
This class of fellows, I think, they are brilliant, because the time that we spend together and the data that we looked at, they are quick to understand the data, think broadly of a story that you can pick from that data, and really get some good pictures from that data.
When students pitch stories, first is to make sure that the stories are pitched, approved, then written. So they can publish these stories on different platforms, all social platforms. But as a content creator and as a journalist, it's important that you have a content management system that can help you to publish content. Our focus here is mainly to use WordPress to train people on how they can write and publish stories. But there are other content management systems that any person can use. Medium is available, you have Joomla, there are quite a number. So the idea is after them writing the stories, they can publish these stories on their websites so that they can drive traffic on them, but other people can also get to read their work. But also to improve what they are doing and their writing basically, and be able to tell multimedia stories, which is our key focus.
Our story pitch was about, we looked at the Ministry of Education statistics back in 2017 and how they were comparing the number of repeaters in both government and private schools and private secondary schools. And surprisingly, we had a higher number of repeaters in private schools compared to government schools. So our pitch was basically finding out why we have a higher number of repeaters in private schools compared to government schools. And it's something we're going to be working on again, like when we go back into the field, to actually find out what is the reason for these, fluctuating numbers. And it's quite interesting because I think private schools have one of the best facilities. So why does it have, a higher number of repeaters compared to government schools?
If pharaohs can try to get that deep into data, they have seen it for the first time, and get such an interesting pitch out of it, a pitch that you would not find a senior journalist in a newsroom having. And if these pharaohs can build a good pitch around this data, that's the kind of journalists that we want in our newsrooms, and these are the skills that they are getting.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the Media Challenge Awards 2022.
From yet, something amazing that you've been watching right there. And of course, welcome back here, just getting you and keeping you company on how each and every single thing is unfolding. Remember, it is a double event today. Probably we are celebrating the graduation ceremony of the 50th cohort, that is of the fellowship program, courtesy of the Media Challenge Initiative. And yet again, on the other side, we are celebrating, and of course, we are here for the Media Challenge Awards 2022, a night to remember, a night that means actually a lot, most especially in lives of young journalists, most especially in this particular country, Uganda. Students being awarded, you do not know what that means and what that carries at the end of the day. If you definitely want to find out, you'd better ask some of the people that have bagged a couple of awards, most especially on this particular day, such as this from 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and here we are yet again, and also still counting, because we are not giving up anytime soon at the end of the day. If I am to give you a list of some of the young journalists that have definitely gone through the Media Challenge Fellowship, it will definitely be, endless. But speak of this world is men's like, I would say Julius Buchana. Speak of men's like Paul Kayonga. You speak of great ladies like Olivia Komgisha, Sandra Tunioblio, Dani Ayebale, Philip Mwebaze, and quite a number of others that I will definitely be giving you as the day unfolds at the end of the day. So the fellowship program is one of those programs that actually gives an opportunity to about 26 university students that have excellently performed better than the others, most especially from within their respective universities, representing them at the Media Challenge Expo, to the National Newsroom Contest, and various other key things that are being looked at for you to actually get into the fellowship program at the end of the day. This is a life-changing opportunity for young journalists, and of course, yes, we have very many testimonies that we can definitely show you at, and you also believe that it is one of a kind at the end of the day. So today, we are definitely concluding, the 50th cohort, and of course, maybe today will also mark the beginning of an open space for the other 6th cohort at the end of the day. But I want to find out very many things from some of those students that have gone through the fellowship program, most especially those that are graduating and have made it today, at their graduation ceremony. So I'm definitely getting to join a couple of those that have been able to walk through this particular one at the end of the day. So I want to speak to a gentleman just close to me. This particular gentleman has definitely gone through this particular program, and look at him. Is definitely rubbed in blue, and of course the hat also speaks it. And the glasses also have a bluish kind of light in there. Look at the shoe. He did forget the blue as well. It is a statement being created. How do you feel? And probably, what does this day mean to you as an individual?
I feel good. I feel very much excited. I mean, this is a very special day for me, and of course, to other 25 that have been in the same group with me. Being a part of the fellowship program is something that is really special because you really get an opportunity to learn a lot of things that, of course, we never get a chance or an opportunity to learn when we are in our journalism schools out there. And then this day is really so great. I feel so much happy. I don't know whether you can understand.
I can definitely hear and also I get a glimpse of what you mean in that particular one. But before I let you go, I really want to understand what has been your key highlight from the month that you've been able to be in the fellowship program.
My key highlight was when we really get an opportunity to meet these people, the superstars, the ones that we call the superstars. The icons, the Andrew Chama girls. Raymond Mujuni, and you're paired with these people, and they are going to mentor you. They are going to show you quite a number of things, how you are supposed to behave as a journalist when you go outside there. So when you leave the fellowship program, you go ready to work. You're ready for the field. You do not need another time to sit down and then you're training, because it is an intense training, hands-on.
If you are to summarize the entire fellowship program experience in one word, which word would that be?
Great.
Great is the word that he actually speaks out and summarizes the entire fellowship program. I would also ascertain that it's a very great experience as well, because it is an experience that you do not get elsewhere. Because guess what? This is an opportunity just given to a few of those that have done exceedingly more than the rest to actually get an opportunity to be trained with hands-on skilling and vigorous training at the end of the day. Still talking about talking to some of the graduates this particular day. There are quite many, but we'll definitely just have a few of those airing out, their, experiences and probably getting to know how the mood is. It is a mood check right now, because we want to really find out how does this definitely, feel for them. I'm definitely being joined by, another amazing gentleman right here, dripping and of course amazingly dressed. How are you, sir? And, good to see you.
Thank you very much. I'm also glad to see you. Yes, sir.
I would definitely say, I will definitely maybe find out from you. How does this day feel for you, and probably what is the, the mood check for you?
Well, first of all, this day feels very great. If the Shedrick of 6 months ago meets the ones of today, my God, it's a very different. They'll definitely fight. They'll fight, because the other one was very raw, and this one is well packaged and certified. Yeah.
What are some of the skills that you've been able to achieve through this particular month of training that you've been actually able to encounter?
Well, to be honest, I have gained the skill of editing. It was a very big challenge for me way back, but during the course of the fellowship program, I gained the interest first and foremost, and then the skill kicked in immediately. Yeah.
I would definitely also find out what has been the highlight for you for the time you've been into the fellowship program. Is it the matching of, the Chalentines? I really want to know, because very many people have been saying, oh, the Chalentines. Is it the same case with you?
Well, mine was the cultural night, because I got to witness various dress codes from various cultures. Yeah.
Wow. And maybe lastly, before I let you go, what does, now this mean to you moving forward? Because, yes, you are graduating as a Media Challenge Fellow, and I would definitely think that, the expectations from you are so high. I don't know how are you going to be able to cope up and handle the expectations, because to whom much is given, much is definitely expected.
Yes. So first of all, now the expectations out there, we are going to compete for the media space. That's one thing. But one thing that we come with as the fellows is a creativity task force. We are one unique one unique set of skilled people, and we have the creativity at the back of our mind, which is something which is very rare to find in the media field out there.
Amazing. Ready to actually go into the workforce space and also, compete for those spaces at the end of the day. That is what the Media Challenge, a fellowship, really does, because it gives you an experience. It gives you the skills that you are confidently enough to actually knock onto those doors and be sure that it will definitely, come up stronger and better at the end of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an amazing day. I'm super glad and excited because this is one of those days that I actually look up for when I actually go back the memory lane. It was a night 2019 whereby definitely very many people were dressed to kill. The ambience and the atmosphere was actually different from the normal, but we managed to actually come out victorious at the end of the day. And of course, if we are to find out more experiences from those that have actually walked this memory lane, they will definitely tell you that the experiences are quite enormous. But it is my task, and my task today is very simple. Just speaking to these people, it is actually one of the easiest tasks that I've definitely ever done at the end of the day. So I'll definitely execute it, and I want to actually join, to one of the ladies here and probably find out what does she expect tonight. She's been one of those that actually participated in the recently concluded National Newsroom Contest, and probably I want to know where are the hopes like, the hope level, where it is it? Does she expect to actually bag an award tonight, or probably we should lower our expectations at the end of the day? A very good afternoon, and how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, El Shaddai?
I'm very fine. I will definitely tell from the tone of your voice that maybe you're anxious for the day. Is it?
Yeah, I'm very anxious to hold that award in my hands. So I'm keeping that energy on the stage while getting my award.
As a young journalist or as a student of journalism, what is your experience, walking into a space like this and probably, being sure that maybe you will definitely walk away with an award? What does that mean to you?
This means a lot because we've had those conversations. There are no jobs, there are no what. But if I reach this level, I compete, I get that experience, I learn a lot from MCI, so I get that encouragement. And even getting an award, it is more encouraging to me. Yeah.
Wow. Encouraging to you if you get an award. I want to hear from you and find out probably if at all it turns out to be the other way around and you do not walk away with an award, probably what would be the next steps for you? Will you definitely feel, feel low in terms of, maybe people will think you are not good enough? I want to hear from you.
If I don't get that award, that is, we have to expect both the negative and then the positive. We are winners or losers. So if I don't get the award, then I'm more encouraged to come back next year and give the judges the best of my performance. Yes.
Such hope is what we're definitely looking for. If you've not been able to win an award tonight, come back next year stronger and better to actually convince the judges at the end of the day, because we cannot have two lions in one particular house. There will definitely be a winner, and there will definitely, I don't want to use the word loser, but there will be a runners-up at the end of the day, because it's not about winning. It is about actually the skill and the experience that you definitely earn at the end of the day. So basically, for all those who are hopeful, if at all it turns out that you have not been able to actually bag an award, may you never lower down your hopes, because very many people have come to nights like this. They have not been able to win awards, but of course they have also gotten a chance to get into the fellowship program. You could be a lucky person as well, not winning an award and also getting into the fellowship program, which for me I think is one of the best opportunities that will definitely be ever given to a journalism or student out there, because not all the 26 that are graduating today are award winners. That is number one assurance that I want to give you, that probably maybe once time for applying comes out, probably go it and hold it with both hands at the end of the day. I want to definitely get to maybe the last particular graduate for this particular day, as I maybe switch you over to something else.
Journalism is about life and how we impact our communities. It's about accountability, it's about transparency, it's about helping communities make the most informed decisions based on the services that they receive on a daily, either from the government or from NGOs or from even just the spaces where they are.